Easy now.
Opening fire!
Hands up.
That's how we do things around here.
Hey there.
Well, this should send a message to the gunners to stay off my back.
I don't know. They just lost 2 of their best men.
There's nothing to worry about. For the gunners, it's always about the bottom line. And they just lost this entire way station, and that cost them big. Besides, they have no way of knowing I was involved. Anyway, I guess I owe you a favor now. After all, you hired me, but I'm the one that dragged you out here.
Well, I wasn't about to let you have all this fun alone.
Glad you enjoyed it. Tell you what, I'm going to give you back the caps you paid me in Good Neighbor. I'll still stick with you because that was part of the original deal, but now we're even. There you go. I guess we're done here. Lead on, boss. So, you impressed yet? I told you I was a damn good shot.
Is there a reason that you're bringing this up?
I'm not trying to gouge you for extra caps if that's what you're thinking. I just thought you deserved to know a little more about me. I'm completely self-taught, you know. Picked up a sniper rifle when I was 10 and never looked back. Always thought it was smarter to hit my targets at long range. I mean, why take chances, right? Besides, I had to come up with every trick in the book to survive the Capital Wasteland.
I'm sure your parents were thrilled about your hobby.
Never knew my parents. Lived underground in a place called Little Lamplight with a bunch of other kids. Left there when I was around 16. We kind of had a policy there. No adults. When you were 16, you packed up and left. I know, it sounds crazy, but having adults around was something we couldn't trust.
How could a bunch of kids survive without help?
Everyone pulled their own weight. Just like a colony you'd find anywhere. We all had our designated jobs and we watched each other's backs. Can you believe I was actually the mayor for a while? Me. Crazy, I know.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Nothing makes sense anymore. You just roll with the punches. Anyway, when I hit 16, I ended up wandering the Capital Wasteland for a while. I took the odd job here and there, but things were pretty hot with the Brotherhood of Steel running the show. So I hitched a ride with a caravan and made my way north until I ended up here. Made a pretty decent name for myself before I heard that the gunners needed some sharpshooters. Biggest mistake of my life. They were animals. Killed anything that moved if it got in their way. I went with it for a while because the caps were good, but I don't know. I guess it started to catch up with me. So I quit, which pretty much brings us to now. So there you have it. My whole life in a nutshell.
Sounds like the road can be a lonely place. Until you meet someone to share it with.
I never thought of it that way. Maybe that's why I feel so comfortable telling you all this. Look, I know I tend to be a pain in the ass. I know I tend to be arrogant and I come off like I want to be alone. Nothing could be further from the truth. Being alone scares the heck out of me. Now that we've been traveling together for a while, I'm beginning to realize how much I missed having someone I could depend on. I just wanted you to know that I'm going to do everything I can to see that it stays this way. Well, that's all I had to say. Hope you got something out of all that. I know I did. Hey, I never got a chance to properly thank you for helping me take out Winlock and Barnes.
It wasn't a problem.
Are you kidding? You stuck your neck out for me. I don't forget things like that.
You ought to try cursing once in a while. It's good for the soul.
Oh, believe me, I know. It's not about you, it's about a promise I made. When I left the Capital Wasteland, I didn't just leave Little Lamplight behind. I left my family behind. Had a beautiful wife named Lucy, and a son we named Duncan. He's the one I made my promise to. The promise to clean up my act and to be a better person. I guess that sounds pretty stupid coming from a guy who shoots people for a living.
I'd never leave my family behind.
I didn't have much of a choice. My son, he's sick. I don't know what's wrong with him. One day he's playing out in the fields behind our farm. The next he took a fever and these blue boils popped up all over his body. Last I saw, he was almost too weak to walk. I didn't dare ask him to come with me. Honestly, I don't know how much longer he's going to last.
There must be something we can do.
I was hoping you'd say that. A few months before we met, I bumped into a guy named Sinclair who claimed his buddy caught some kind of disease. I thought he was wasting my time until he said his partner broke out in blue boils. They dug up information about a cure at a place called MedTech Research. They even managed to grab the building's lockdown security codes. Unfortunately, Sinclair's buddy died before they were able to break into the facility. I mean, there's no way that's a coincidence, right? MedTech has to be the place.
Can you trust this Sinclair guy?
To be honest, I don't know him from Adam. But he brought up the blue boils and the sickness his partner suffered from. There's no way that's a coincidence. Or a trap. Wouldn't make any sense. If Sinclair says MedTech Research is the place, that's where we need to go. Otherwise, I've got nothing else.
I hope so.
For Duncan's sake, I do too. I'll put MedTech Research on your map. When you're ready, just take us out there. I have all the codes we need to get through their security. What you're doing... No one's ever cared that much about me before, even if it takes me the rest of my life. I'll repay this debt to you. I swear it. MedTech Research. I hope Sinclair's information pays off. Let's head inside and grab that cure. All right, let's find that executive terminal. Sinclair said that's the only way we can override the facility's lockdown.
Password only.
Desk over there. Sinclair's better work, or we're screwed. Thank God that worked. Let's find our way down to the sublevel. That's where MedTech should be storing the cure. Find him! Find him! That's how we do things around here. That's what I call a confirmed kill. Have fun with this junk. I have no idea what any of it does.
Excellent. Here you go, Maccready.
Holy crap, we actually did it! We just gave Duncan a fighting chance to live. I don't know how I'll ever be able to pay you back for this. I owe you big time.
I don't know, you're already running quite a tab.
I know I am. I've always been better at taking than giving. Maybe one day I'll learn to get my priorities straight. Anyway, the last step ahead of us is getting the cure to Daisy in Goodneighbor. With her caravan contacts, she's the only one I trust to get this to Duncan on time. This is the last favor I'm going to ask. I promise. Let's go.
Daisy.
Maccready, I haven't seen you in a while. You haven't been avoiding me, have you?
No, how could I stay away from someone as cute as you, Daisy?
You're a lousy liar. But I'll just play stupid and pretend I don't know that. So, what do you need?
I got it, Daisy. I found the cure to Duncan's disease.
Oh my god, that's wonderful news. How'd you do it? Last time you tried, the Pharaohs almost chewed you to bits.
I didn't do it alone. My friend here got me through MedTech. Now, all I need to do is to get the cure into Duncan's hands. Can you help me?
Of course, Maccready. You've saved my behind more than once. It's the least I can do. It's okay. You can trust me. I swear I'll get the cure to Duncan.
If this gets lost, you'll have to live with the guilt.
Don't worry, it's not going to get lost. I'll get the sample on the first caravan leaving the Commonwealth. The driver owes me a few favors, and he's reliable. It will arrive at your homestead in no time, Maccready.
Thanks. You're a doll.
Hey, do me a favor. Take care of Maccready for me. He's one of the good ones.
Hold up. I think we need to talk.
Sure, go ahead.
Appreciate it. I've been waiting for the right moment to talk to you, and I suppose this is as good a time as any. After helping me get Duncan's cure for MedTech, I figured I owe you something. And I always pay my debts. Here. I wanted you to have this. I know a carved toy soldier is a strange reward for risking your life, but this one's special. It means a lot to me.
Did you make this yourself?
Do I look like the artistic type to you? My wife Lucy gave this to me right after we met. I told her I was a soldier, and she made it for me. Never could bring myself to tell her the truth. That I was just a hired killer. And the soldier story was the best thing I could come up with. I didn't want to lose her because of what I was.
She ever find out the truth?
No. It doesn't really matter anymore. She died a few years back. We made the mistake of holing up in a metro station one night. We didn't know that the place was infested with ferals. They were on her before I could even fire a shot. Ripped her apart right in front of me. There was nothing I could do. Took everything I had to escape with Duncan in my arms. Maybe it would have been better if we died there with her.
Why would you say something like that?
I guess I needed to tell someone how I felt about it. Damn, I miss Lucy. No matter how bad things got, she was always there with a shoulder to lean on. It gave me... Well, it gave me the courage I needed to press ahead. To never give up. When she died, I thought that feeling was gone forever. Then I met you. You have the world's problems on your back, and here you are helping me with mine. Lending me your shoulder like Lucy did. I just want you to know how much your friendship means to me.
I was hoping what we have together could be more than friendship.
I don't know. I mean, I never thought of us that way. What about your husband? I know he's gone, but you still love him, don't you?
Would it bother you if I still love him?
I don't know. I mean, we're two sides of the same coin, right? It's true, I miss Lucy to death. But at some point we have to move on, don't you think?
You're right. I still miss him. I don't know what I was thinking.
Believe me, I understand exactly how you're feeling right now. Anyway, thanks for hearing me out. Taking all that weight off my shoulders makes the journey a little easier, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, it's about time we got back on the road, don't you think?
It might be difficult for me, but I think I can make our relationship work.
I can't believe you feel this way about me. I know I was taking a chance dumping all my feelings on the table, but now that I know how you really feel about me, it was definitely worth the risk. For once in my life, everything's going right, and I have you to thank for it. I don't think anyone in the world could ask for a greater gift than that. Thank you.
Hey, only best friends can share feelings like that with each other.
And I aim to keep it that way. Anyway, thanks for hearing me out.
This is making me kind of uncomfortable.
Wouldn't have killed you to say something nicer there, but I suppose it isn't your fault. Anyway, thanks for hearing me out.
I appreciate you telling me all of this. I know it's difficult.
It was difficult, but it needed to be said. Anyway, thanks for hearing me out. Taking all that weight off my shoulders makes the journey a little easier, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, it's about time we got back on the road, don't you think?